Hi everybody, it's Leslie with another little workshop and seminar for you. Kind of like the one I did on Thursday, but this one I think we'll have you can see it on Sunday. Kind of like it, but just maybe it would resonate with more people a little differently. It's I call it time to be free, letting go. We have all been hurt. You can't be an adult or teen who has not experienced some kind of emotional pain. And I deal with that a lot with what I do, and you all know what I do. It hurts. I mean, I deal with that because there are a lot of people that call me about things like that. I know it hurts, I get that, but what you do with that hurt is probably more important than the hurt itself. Would you prefer to go back to being an active life like you had before you were hurt? Or do you prefer to ruminate, meaning over and over, endlessly about the past and something that cannot be changed? In short, how do you get past hurts and move on? That's what this is kind of about. And this is a lot. I know it's many kinds of pains, but this is a lot about emotional hurt. Blaming others for our hurt is what most of us start off doing. Somebody did something wrong. You know the old country and western song, somebody did something wrong. I forget how it goes, but I'm sure you all know that. Or they wronged us in some way or manner. We want them to apologize. We want them to acknowledge what they did was wrong. We know we're hurt. We're disappointed. We're very feel betrayed a lot of times. The problem with blaming others is that often can leave you powerless. For example, you confront the person and they say, no, I didn't, or worse. So what if I did? So then you're left with anger and hurt and no resolution. And all your feelings are legitimate. It's important to feel them fully and then move on. Nursing your grievances indefinitely is a bad habit because it hurts you more than it hurts them. So much more. It doesn't hurt them whatsoever. Anger and hate hurt you more than the other person. I said this before. And the thing that you're hurting. It's easy to be angry and hate and forgiveness and letting go. It's much easier to be angry and hate and forgiveness and letting go is the high road to take, and it's the only way you get rid of your hurt and anger. Carrying the past around, carrying it with you, it doesn't do you any good whatsoever. It limits your life. In fact, I once knew someone who's so depressed, all they do is sleep and eat, more or less. Occasionally they go out to get groceries because they carry, I don't know how they do it, it's like carrying 3 million pounds around. They carry everything from their childhood. They remember every single detail of the hurts. And there's a lot of us that carry a lot of things around, not that much. But just think about how much weight that is carrying around. You can enjoy the new things, the big things that God has in store for you. Here's some ways to let go of your hurt. Number one, make the decision to let it go. Things don't disappear on their own. You need to make the commitment to let it go. If you don't make this conscious upfront choice, you could end up sabotaging yourself in any effort to move on from the past hurts. Making the conscious development to let it go also means accepting that you have a choice to let it go. Here we go. Okay, sorry. To stop reliving the pain, to stop going over the details of the story every time you think of it, and it's stuck in your head. You can't seem to get it out of your head. Every time you think of the other person and the other thing that happened. I know this happens sometimes in inheritances. People feel really bad, especially with families. One person gets more than the other, and they feel very, very betrayed. This is empowering to most people, knowing that it's their choice to either hold over the pain or to live a future without living that pain, and that's so true. Enjoy your life. Number two is express your pain and your responsibility. Express the pain or hurt that makes you feel, the pain that the hurt made you feel, whether it's directly from the other person or through just getting it out of your system. Like venting to a friend or writing a journal or writing a letter you never send to the other person. Those are all wonderful ideas to get rid of the hurt out. Just get it out of yourself. Get it out of your system all at once. I mean, so many doctors say you should vent Write 3 times, and after 3 times, let it go. Don't talk about it. Make a conscious choice not to talk about it again, not to get it over again. Especially when other people understand and they want to help you and they want to listen to you, but don't go over and over it, because then you just relive it over and over. As you are an active participant in your own life, you simply are you. Do you want to be an active participant in your own life? You are, but do you want to be, or simply a hopeless victim? Will you let your pain become your identity, or are you somewhat deeper and more complex than that? Think about that one. Think about that a lot. Do you want to, someone who you said, gee, that's Jane, her boyfriend, stood over the altar, I feel so sorry for her. Or something happened to her children, something happened to her family, something happened to her home. Whatever it is, let it go, and know that God's got something better in store for you. Stop being the victim and blaming others. That's really important, to stop being the victim and blaming others. Being the victim feels good. It's like being on the winning team of you against the world. But guess what? The world tragedy doesn't care, and you need to get over yourself. Yes, you are special. Your feelings matter, but don't confuse your feelings matter to your feelings should override all of this. Your feelings should override all of this. You should be able to do that. We all take a time to mourn something, no matter what it is. But when the mourning time is done, like the 3 times, go on. Your feelings are just one part of this large thing we call life, which is all interwoven and complex and messy. You need to take responsibility for your own happiness, so true, and not put such power into the hands of another person. Why would you let the other person who hurt you in the past have such power? Right now, change it right now. Focus on the present, the here and now. Have joy. Now it's time to let go. Let go of the past and stop reliving it. I know this is kind of saying the same thing over and over, but stop telling yourself that story where you are the forever victim of this person's horrible actions. You can undo it. You can undo the past. You can undo the past. All you can do is make it today the best day of your life and keep going. You can't change what has happened at all. When you focus on the here and now, you have less time to think about the past. When the past memories creep into your consciousness, acknowledge them for a moment, and then bring yourself gently back into the present moment. Some people find it easier to do this with a conscious cue, such as saying to yourself, it's right, it's straight, it's all right. This was the past and now I'm focused. It is a choice you are making to commit to continue to feel the hurt or to go forward. So make that choice to go forward. Rather than welcoming back anything sad in your life, welcome back the joy into your life that you used to have. Forgive people and forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself must be maybe a very important part of this step as well, as sometimes we may end up blaming ourselves for the situation and hurt. While we need indeed have had some part to play in it, in the hurt, there's no reason you need to keep beating yourself up over it. If you can't forgive yourself, how will you be able to forgive anyone? How will you be able to live in future places and have happiness and have peace? I know this stuff is hard, and that it is incredibly hard to let go of one's pain. I've struggled with this myself. If we hold on to it for a long time, it feels like an old friend. And you go to think about it because it's just easy to go there. Justified, it would be sacrilegious to let it go in your mind. But nobody's life should be defined by their pain. It's not healthy. It adds to our stress. It hurts our ability to focus, study, and work, and impacts over any relationships we now have. Every day you choose to hold on to the pain is another day everybody around you has to live with that decision and feel the consequences. Just remember that you are very special to God, and He has a plan for you. And his plan is something good for you. As I've said before, he always said he loves you, and life is not a rose garden, but he'll walk with you through anything. And if you trust him, instead of keep taking it back when you ask God to please help you in a situation. I will say this again. The Spirit of the Lord goes before me, making easy and successful my way. And please, God, help me have the money to, or bring this person back in my life, or just saying, God, please bring to me what you want me to have. And thank God for doing this after you do that. Do that if you have to do it 10 times a day. Whatever is good for you. But God does love you. Have faith in him, and he will take care of you. He'll take you where you need to go. Thank you. I hope this helped everybody. Please let me know if it did or if it didn't. Bye-bye.